All right, as an asset manager that used auctions as a tool to be successful, how do you respond to asset managers that say that auctions deliver less money?
Generally speaking, that asset managers have that impression because they don't choose auctions for the correct properties to sell, or they wait too long to choose auctions to sell good properties that would generate demand. So as normally through a servicing portfolio, you'll come and list the property for 30, 60, 90 days, and at least this is what I would do because I had a deadline to move through my portfolio. I'd list the property for 90 days, and if it didn't sell, I'd go right to auction. You would still be able to capture that value before a property had been stigmatized by sitting on the market for a really long time. So accelerating your sale program using auction as a tool to make sure that you're continuing the sale process of the current interest in that property, you're going to gain higher value. But most asset managers just look to auction when nothing else works. And it's funny that they only use auctions when nothing else works, but it's the thing that worked to get the property sold when nothing else worked. And there needs to be a movement where they look at auctions as more of a solution earlier on, and for more properties that are desirable, then they will get good results on those properties that are desirable and create demand.
All right. All right, now Ken, you were an asset manager, right? And you, as we mentioned, very successfully used auctions to manage the portfolios that you had to manage. Now you're on the auction side of things. So you have that real unique perspective that could be a real benefit to asset managers. But beyond that, why should an asset manager use Sage to sell their property?
Well, what I've done is I've taken what my needs were as an asset manager and turned them into services with my partner Marty through Sage. So we are a one-stop shop that we're not just looking to auction properties. We're looking to help asset managers. We're looking to list properties for 90 days with them. At any time they can roll that into an auction. We're looking to help them with property management. We're looking to help them with securing the property, and getting the feedback, the pictures, the information that they need on the property, on the boots on the ground, eyes and ears that an asset manager needs to understand what the status of their property is, to avoid environmental hazards or busted pipes and water damage and mold and all the things that can happen to a property. We're very well aware of all those things, and all of those things hurt the value of the property, and properties that aren't attended, you don't want that to happen. So we're there anyway. We want to be involved in the property and listing it and providing those extra services that asset managers need, and be the one call that they can make with service all over the nation to be able to do that.
So asset managers, in other words, can have a real comfort level because they know they're going to be dealing with somebody that is very familiar on their side of the fence, and someone that knows exactly what they're dealing with, which just helps move the process along.
Right. I know that asset managers have a lot of paperwork to take care of, and they have that paperwork and those requirements internally that they have to keep up with, and they're spending their time doing that rather than servicing their files. Well, if they work with us, we'll be the ones working on servicing those files, the actual collateral, and making progress with that. And we make it very easy to work with us with one agreement and one page to assign properties to us. You're done. Once it's getting in our hands, there's a timetable that's set, and you know how it's going to be processed and when you can get out. And we're flexible to work with lenders in any way that they need. We're just an extension of them to help work through those files.